The Ebola outbreak in West Africa has reached a state of total chaos as the World Health Organization attempts to launch a controversial program that would bring those infected with Ebola out of their homes and moved into temporary holding facilities, offer them basic care, and limit the infection of other family members. Each center would have 15 to 30 beds. World Health Organization officials aim to get as many as 70 centers up and running across Liberia in the coming months. This effort would add to the 1,700-bed facilities to be constructed by the recently dispatched U.S. military. Germany is now asking for volunteers to join the 3,000 U.S. soldiers deployed to West Africa. This, as fears of entering the hot zone are exacerbated after a child stricken with Ebola bit a male nurse who was quickly flown back to Switzerland and is expected to recover. This aggravated effort is due to the stalling of the treatment beds promised by the Obama administration, according to Liberian World Health Organization Representative Peter Graff. There are currently only 380 beds across the entire country of Monrovia, with a population of 1.5 million people. Doctors Without Borders wants no part of the World Health Organization's controversial solution. The group's director of operations, Bryce De Lavigne, warns that moving contaminated patients without adequate infection control staff and supplies could only increase the outbreak.
In a speech to the United Nations member states at the beginning of September, MSF's international president signaled the failure of the current strategy for combating Ebola. No organisation, and that includes MSF, is equipped to deal with the explosion in the number of cases, the dozens of infected health workers, and collapse of the affected country's health systems.
James Hamilton, chief gravedigger in Sierra Leone, has witnessed an unending disposal of bodies, with each gravedigger digging 16 graves per day. Many of the bodies placed in shallow mass graves are being dug up by pigs and other animals. The World Health Organization predicts 21,000 new Ebola cases by November and as many as 1.4 million by late January. According to the World Health Organization's numbers, 6,000 have been infected and 2,833 have died. But those numbers conflict with the Doctors Without Borders numbers that place the toll in the tens of thousands. John Bound for Infowars.com.
The globalists have controlled the mainstream media for a long time, but now they're expanding, making the weaponization even more vicious and deceptive. All the major networks are state-run.
We are partnering this year with the NFL.
The NFL has become a political weapon against the Second Amendment and pushes Obamacare. MSNBC tells us that our children belong to the state.
We have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities.
The brainwashing media machine has been turned up on high, and it's time for humanity to double down on the true people's media and strike back against the tyrants that are destroying our civilization with their lies and fraud. We are the resistance. You are the resistance. You are the info war. It is more important than ever to realize that we are not the alternative media. We are the true media. The establishment dinosaur press is dying.
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war.
Join us at InfoWarsNews.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. Members can share their memberships with up to 11 people. By subscribing, you will literally be buying war bonds in the info war to expand our operation in the face of the tyrants. Join us at PrisonPlanet.tv.